name is Tim Muto, and I am here this evening to introduce a very special person, a very special candidate. He offers the best of all the other candidates out there. His name is Ron Paul. He's a libertarian-leaning Republican right now running for the President of the United States. Now, Ron Paul has served in the armed forces. He served as a flight surgeon during Vietnam. And he actually receives more campaign contributions from active military duty than all the other Republican candidates put together and more than Barack Obama. So Ron Paul receives more campaign contributions from the active duty military than our own commander-in-chief. And Ron Paul is a person that advocates immediate withdrawal from all the countries we're in. We're in over 130 countries right now. We have over 700 military bases around the globe. Ron Paul advocates a withdrawal from all this interaction. And when he was asked, how quick would you come out, he's quoted as saying, as soon as the ships could get there. We marched in, we can march back out. It's not only the aggressive military wars, the war on drugs he is strongly opposed to. Prohibition didn't work in the 20s. It won't work now, it never will work. The government cannot make us better people just by creating law. It doesn't work. He would repeal this. The candidate believes that people should be allowed to pick their own doctor. He would repeal Obamacare. And this is not a partisan issue. He also does not support the Bush plan that was implemented under Bush. It was a $500 billion Medicare plan, so it's not just a Democrat and Republican thing, it's a right-wrong thing. It's a philosophical thing. You do not have a right to people's things or to services, because what that would mean is that you have a right to other people's things or services or resources. This does not work. My candidate believes that a balanced budget approach must be taken when it comes to fiscal responsibility of the government. Ron Paul has never voted for an unbalanced budget that's come his way. And the economy is not an accounting error. I hear a lot of people talking about, if we just change the budget here, if we change it there, then it'll fix. It's not a budgetary accounting problem, it's a philosophical problem. If you think that we can protect everybody from cradle to grave and go and police the globe and be in 130 different countries, it won't work. It's a philosophical problem that needs to change. And he is so, what's the word I'm looking for, consistent in his philosophy. He voted against giving Mother Teresa a congressional gold medal. And a lot of people would say, what a heartless guy. But his mentality behind this was it's easy to spend other people's money. If Congress wanted to give Mother Teresa a medal, if they just would have got money together from themselves or maybe opened up a donation, maybe you did it that way, but it's a lot easier to spend other people's money, and so that's the philosophy. He believes that we should end the private Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is a private central bank. A lot of people don't realize that it's private because it has the name Federal Reserve, but it is no more federal than Federal Express. If you don't believe me, look it up in the yellow pages. You will not find it in the government section. This is a group of private shareholders, a private cartel of bankers that have monopolized the currency in this country, and they use it to bail out banks, foreign countries. We gave over $15 billion to Libya, maybe a year before we went in and started bombing that country. Herman Cain proposes a 999 plan. This will not work. Ron Paul would implement a 0-0-0 plan. 0 wars, 0 Federal Reserve, 0 federal income tax. Federal income tax assumes that the government owns all of your money and that they permit you to keep a certain amount of it. This is not right. My candidate is the champion of the Constitution. We need to promote freedom from government. We need to reject the notion that we need the Patriot Act to keep us safe. Reject the notion that we need the government to protect us from ourselves and make us better people. We need to reject the empire. Reject the notion that people have rights because they belong in a group. You are all individuals. You do not have rights because you are a hyphenated American or because you're gay or straight. You have rights because you're a human being. Wow. Vote for liberty. Vote for Ron Paul.